China has optimized its COVID-19 response with the changing situation of the COVID-19 pandemic, which is characterized by weakened pathogenicity. On January 7th, China released the 10th edition of its diagnosis and treatment protocol for COVID-19, the first of its kind since the country announced that it will be managed as a Category B disease. The revised national protocol is based on the experience of some big cities in their head-on collision with the virus last month. It will undoubtedly help standardize diagnosis and treatment of COVID-19 infections nationwide. This will be especially welcomed by small towns and rural areas, as the protocol improves the diagnostic criteria and warning indicators for severe and critical cases, which will ease the pressure on their public health facilities, as less severe cases can be treated with over-the-counter medications at home. But unsurprisingly, some Western media outlets have been continuing their criticisms and accusations, as they have been doing since the COVID outbreak. They try to use all kinds of reasoning and models to prove that China's optimizing at this time is another mistake. Ironically, over the past years, almost the same rhetoric was used by these media against China's proactive prevention and control measures to fight the epidemic. To these biased journalists, strict prevention and control measures are wrong. Adjustments and optimizations are also wrong. So one wonders what's right in terms of their thinking. Maybe for them, nothing is right but their blind criticism of China's COVID policies. In the past 3 years, China's achievement is real, concrete, and hard-won. It has recorded the lowest rates of severe cases and mortality in the world. Even in the COVID-hit years, the average life expectancy of Chinese people increased from 77.93 years in 2020 to 78.2 years in 2021. China's steadfast approach gained time to help it better understand COVID, to research and develop vaccines and therapeutics, as well as to boost the vaccination levels. Effective coordination between epidemic prevention and control and economic and social development has also borne fruit. In 2020, China was the first major economy in the world to achieve positive economic growth. In 2021, China's economic output expanded by over 8%, for outpacing other major economies. In the first 3 quarters of 2022, the total value of China's imports and exports increased by 9.9% year-on-year, maintaining the stability of the global industrial chain and supply chain. As China adjusts its epidemic prevention policies, global financial institutions predict that the Chinese economy will experience a recovery in 2023, which will provide more impetus for the world economy. During the early days of 2023, with sounder COVID-19 response measures in effect, domestic demand increased, consumption was boosted, and production resumed rapidly. As consumer service industries recovered and the hustle and bustle of people's lives returned. A government that has saved millions of lives, safeguarded people's health, and actively contributed to global anti-COVID cooperation and economic recovery should not be misconstrued and discredited. To the naysayers, maybe it's not about COVID policies after all. Maybe it's just about having a go at China. Those seeking to look for flaws in others should address their own first.